Hello, my name is Shudley and welcome back for another episode of E4 as the Knight. In previous episode we managed to capture a bit more land from the Ottomans, and for the record, the latest DLC, the King of Kings, has released, but I'm still in the previous version just to not to break the save or anything like that as a precaution. But anyway, we did capture a bit more land. How is the coalition map looking? We got a little bit extra expansion towards the Ottomans, and the Mamluks also are a possible participant in future coalitions, so we need to be a little bit careful with this, but I think we can still manage it. We're not going to be declaring war on Mamluks quite yet. Partly the reason is because if we were to declare war on Tunis, Spain would not necessarily want to join in yet, because they're fighting another war, but as soon as they're done with that one, we can do it. But let's just unpause. We do have a pretty decent income. Well, I guess it's not really that great. We've got quite a few loans as well that we're going to have to start paying back. Luckily, we don't pay too much interest. We've got fairly high army maintenance, admittedly. We've got a little bit of potential revolutions happening, so we'll need to keep an eye on that. Well, we've got 15,000 men over here, which includes that 5,000 marines that we have. And then we've got another 20,000 men on this army. We've got a decent bit of... Right, so we've got the main fleet over here. Actually, it does have a bit of light ships that we could separate now. Where do we want to send these? I think we're actually going to start sending these either hunting pirates, which is a good... Well, it could be a good option. We could also just send this to protect trade in Alexandria, perhaps. Or Crimea. Actually, Crimea is not a bad idea. Yeah, we'll send a couple of ships down that way. So we're going to start pulling a bit more trade from Crimea towards Constantinople, hopefully. I mean, right now we're not doing too much, but there is at least some of it going down this way. And I'm hoping that that will increase, but there seems to be a decent bit of privateering going on in Aleppo. From Venice, of all nations. Which is a bit unfortunate for them. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the heavy ships. I'm going to send these to hunt pirates in Aleppo for now. And that should start improving the amount of money that we can push back to Constantinople. We are going to probably pay off the loans in due time. We are getting a little bit of spy network in Mamluks as well, just to be on the safe side. I'm guessing Spain is... Yeah, Spain is still in war, so we'll need to keep an eye on that one. We're getting a bit of cores done. And we also got a bit of Byzantine separatists down here. Do we have... Oh yeah, we got this one already on the rebel suppression duty, so it will be taken care of soon enough. We've got our armies down here. Let's go ahead and actually drill these units a little bit. We got our heir over here as the leader, which isn't necessarily the best option, but it'll do for now. Have we gotten any of the... No, we're building the farm estate. I believe it's in here, yeah. So that's the first manufactory that we're building. Which, admittedly, in that regard, we're a little bit behind. Oh, hunting accidents. Oh, well. We take a papal protege. Although there's... I don't necessarily want to upset the nobility too much. So maybe a local noble instead. It's going to cost us a bit of devotion, but we'll get some prestige back. It's only a 033, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Oh, and there we go. We've got 2 of the cores done, so now we can start converting the provinces. These are actually going to convert fairly quickly, mind you. So it's... which one are we converting right now? Castoria. Not that one, so... Oh, it's that one. Right. There we go. So that's at least underway now. Being converted, and it's going to be done within a year. That'll give us a bit of breathing room. We've got our fleet of 20 transports in here. We might actually even be able to get rid of some of the fleets here. Or we could have like a 5 transport fleet dedicated for the marine group. That could also work quite nicely. If we do plan on... Well, we do plan on fighting the Mamluks, but once we start the war, it's going to be relatively strong. Well, I suppose we can have a look at the numbers in here. So we got the numbers advantage if we bring Spain and Naples. But I want to do it in such a way that we're not promising land for them. Because, you know, I don't actually want to give these lands to Spain or anything like that in here. And I think they want this island. No, they don't want that island either. I'm pretty sure that they want something. So, well, actually, no. I think if we have a look at the provinces of interest, yeah, they do want this area here. So I'd rather not give that to them because I want it for myself. That's quite as simple as it is. So thus far, the Ottomans, well, we got a truce with them. Actually, how long do we have? 1536, so we got another 8 years. Ah, agenda of the... Yes. Smyrna wants to get some manpower. Lesbos get some base tax, or... Bourgeoisie bemoan the losses from piracy in the Highlands. So I believe that is, yeah, that's Aleppo. I think that should be actually complete. Yeah, that was completed immediately. Well, there we go. That was an easy mission. How much are we gaining papal influence now? We are gaining 7.8 per year. So it's not too bad. It could be better, admittedly, but it's not too bad. And we are allied to the Pope, who is currently fighting against Serbia. Because they're allied to Ragusa. Ah, okay. Oh, there we go. There's one rebellion. That'll be taken care of rather quickly. Then Skopje is going to have a potential revolution brewing as well. But that won't be too difficult to roll a beat. Let's go ahead and get another general in here. Okay, 2232. That's actually pretty decent. Especially for sieging down things. We might still go ahead and start drilling. I mean, the air died of hunting accident, not of drilling accident. Unless it's the same. Well, it's definitely not the same thing mechanically speaking, but yeah, no. The result is still the same in the end. So how's the... Okay, they got 10, 9, 10 text, the Mamluks. We've got 11, 10, 10. So we're pretty good in admin tech, that's for sure. But we still need to increase our Diplo and Miltex. And we've yet... Actually, no, we have completed the maritime ideas, but did we ever get the... No, we did get the first idea there. Austria is asking for a lot of money. You know what? I'll give it to them. For now, anyway. Oh, come on. Everyone's asking for more money right now. Okay. That's just really ridiculous. Well, I expect you to help me in a war. So if I was to declare war, I could ask Naples in, and that would already be roughly equal numbers in the end. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But actually, before I declare the war, I might want to make sure that the rebellions over here in the mainland, or the sort of main areas of our territory, won't be a problem. We're getting a few more cores as well, which is probably not a bad idea. But then we'll need to have either all the troops in the west, or all the troops in the east. I'm kind of leaning maybe towards the east more. Because that way we can clear out the lands from Mamluks first, piece them out. And then after that, we can start focusing on the Tunisians and taking more land from them. So that's actually probably the better option of the two. We got a core in Skopje, so that's something that we can also start converting now. I think it might actually be time to then transport these over to Adana. And let's also get our fleet over here near, I don't know, Cyprus will do for now. But we should be able to blockade the Palestinian coast so that their main fleet won't be escaping at least. That's going to give us a room to maneuver our troops. There we go, that's a successful conversion. Now we're going to do another one in 9 months. My goodness. That is quick. Actually, I could speed that up even further. There we go. Well, it's probably still about 9 months, but it is going 11.8% per month, so that's pretty decent. So we've got the first army already in here. I suppose the second army, what I could do is I'm just going to send the transports down that way. And then we're going to provoke the revolt. It's only 12 regiments, so that's not really that bad. The army should be able to take care of that quite easily. Especially with the 4-truck leader, that should be quite effective. There we go. There's one more rebellion that might fire, but that's in North Africa, actually. And that's going to get sieged down and all that, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's time to bring in our troops in here. We could invest into the Galley combat ability, admittedly. Which isn't necessarily the worst, but at the same time, getting the Miltech would give us a more cavalry fire and infantry shock. And would unlock the weapons manufacturer, so I think we should focus on those. First, to catch up in the tech, or stay ahead in tech, basically. Before we worry about anything else. And we're about to get the Diplotech, actually. Then we can get the naval equipment manufactured, and it's also going to give us some colonial range. Not that we necessarily need it too badly. But yeah, total we have 38,000 men in here. I'm pretty sure the Mamluks... Oh, they've got less than that. But they do have some allies, of course. So if we declare on Tunis, then it's not going to be that bad. And I think, yeah, we are going to be declaring on Tunis. Who doesn't have too much. I can't invite Spain. Well, I mean, could if I promised land. But I suppose Spain might be something that we can call into the war mid-war. Because I have a feeling that their war is going to end soon-ish. So let's go ahead and get our ships in here. I think it might be time to go to war. I think we're ready for it. At least I hope we're ready. So Annaba is probably going to be our war goal. I'll invite Naples for it. And then, well, I don't necessarily want to say Mamluks as a co-belligerent. But yeah, in total, we've got a bit more troops than they do. And we got probably slightly better troops. At least our fleet is a lot better. At least here in the east. So let's just go ahead and get into it, shall we? So we've got this fleet already blockaded. I suppose one of the things that I could do... Where's the transport fleet anyway? It's down there. Right, I'm just going to move this one to blockade Alexandria. That way we've got all of that blockaded. We got our 38,000 men in here. Admittedly 5,000 of which are Marines, so they are going to be taking damage a lot faster. Kabulia is being... Oh, right, the core is not going forward right now, but that's fine. We can now get the... Well, we could get the Diplotech. I might actually wait until January to save up a little bit points. But still stay ahead of time in tech for the entire duration. Let's just double check, though. Yeah, we got colonialism already, so we don't get the extra cost from there. There's already some neighbors that have it, so... Oh, Naples is having a bit of problems there. Where did we have our big ships? These things. Let's just go down that way. Clear out some of these fleets. I have a feeling that that is probably not going to be a problem. We can just go ahead and blockade that. And I suspect that the Naples fleet is also heading in. Right, so we occupied the first province already. Slowly but surely. Then let's go ahead and continue sieging down more of it. In the meanwhile. So hopefully maybe we can get Damascus... or the fort over here. Siege down swiftly. Right now, I'll be... Actually, this one's got the siege pips. So we might want to switch this around in a little bit. Billy is now under siege. Oh, we've got the Homs. How much? Actually, if we get the extra siege pip over here as well as the extra cannons, that's going to give us up to +3 for the siege. So we might not have to wait there for too long. Technically speaking, we could always do the artillery barrage, but I'm going to try to save the points for now. Unless we absolutely need to. Right, so they're sieging down in the areas here, but that's to be expected. And we won a... Oh, right. The Napolitan troops actually managed to take over the island here. And now that we've got the fleet blockading, the Mamluks can't actually enter there. And they're giving the control of it to me as well, which is really nice. Right, let's start converting Skopje. I do actually wonder what else to... I think there was a... edicts map somewhere. State edicts. There we go. This one's got religious unity. I don't think we actually need that one right now. And this one's mostly converted as well, so we're going to take away some more of these edicts, so we get more money, essentially. I think that'll do for now. Admittedly, one of the things that I should perhaps do is in Tunisia set the local defensive edict, just to buy some more time for the fort in Tunis. Now let's hope that the siege over here goes quickly. I mean, if need be, I could perhaps go ahead and send this one down to Saida and then siege down that one. Or Sidon, I believe, is what is going to be called once we capture it. And then after that, we'll have a bit more time. Right, so now they're sieging Tunis. They've got a bit of troops there. But we do have an okay defense. They actually got a pretty good siege ability, though. But they're not blockading the port, so that's causing some issues for them. There's the Mamluk troops over here, which are perhaps a bit of an issue. And there's the Marrakesh troops as well. So overall, there's... Oh, wow, there's a lot more in here, actually. Alright then, but I suspect that our troops should be able to fight them off. We've got decent discipline. Actually, what is our military advisor right now? It is morale of armies. That's not too bad, and we might be able to get that again. Oh, we already have the blessing. Never mind. There we go. So Sidon's been sieged down. We can't actually enter there. But we'll just wait over here. I think the siege is going to be done soon enough anyway. It's already 42%. If need be, we can send in the other army there. If we send this back there, it's still going to be another 14%. So that's going to get us to 71%. Which is pretty much a guaranteed... Well, almost a guaranteed victory over there. Not necessarily fully guaranteed. But yeah, we're just going to siege down the areas over here in the east first. Because we want to get to Jerusalem today. Or at least... during this war. I'm just going to go ahead and have this one siege down behind us. Oh, harsh life on the ocean. We'll lose a bit of sailors. I mean, it's kind of bad, but it's not too bad in the end. Actually, you don't need to... You're currently hiding, but I suppose there's a big fleet nearby, that's why you're hiding. We'll seize down a decent bit of this area, and we'll see... Oh, unfair taxes. One of our cities was granted privilege to elect its own council and mayor, which of course has led to a constant struggle between them and the Grand Masters. Besides the struggle for power in the city, it has caused unrest as the burgomasters and the town councillors are levying unfair taxes. We need a quick way to assert our authority and regain control of this city, but without alarming the culprits to our intent. I think we might actually want to avoid it and just get the devotion. But now, oh right, it's already... Yeah, let's get the Diplotech finally. So we can keep the ahead of time bonus there. So the next idea group, I'm kind of thinking that either we go religious to get the Deusville Casus Belli somewhere down the line, because we've got a lot of admin points right now, so getting an admin idea group is not actually a bad idea. And after that, possibly other trade ideas, and then we got the 2 military ideas, the quality and offensive that we want to take. So right now, we don't need to worry about it too much. I think what we might actually do is just start dropping the sieges in here so we can keep the armies close enough to one another while we start sieging further south. Oh, is there... Oh, there's a rebellion over here. In Man. Interesting, I did not realize that. Let's get to Jerusalem. And then these two can already group up again. Ooh, that's a lot of discovery spread. I'm guessing we're getting... Oh yeah, we're getting a lot more information in the New World. Very good. Admittedly, I'm not really paying much attention to that region of the world right now. It's much more crucial for us to get the information that... Oh. Okay, another mission. Either base tax increase, but that's definitely a possibility. We could probably do that. Or a castle in Castoria. Or... trade power in Aleppo goes to 50% or more for us. I think we're going to go with the clergy suggestion then. Because this one... Oh, actually, we do need to put in a little bit more development otherwise to increase it further. There we go, nice 11 development. There we go, a bit more prestige and more loyalty. Both very nice things. Ooh, we can become one of the great powers. There we go, with number 8. Almost as... Well, I suppose the Ottomans haven't embraced the colonialism yet. But yeah, no, we're getting larger and larger, that's for sure. I think one of the things that we might want to do is start increasing the galley fleet a little bit further. Also, we might as well just raid the fleet, or the coastlines here. To feed the war machine. There we go, we're sieged down Jerusalem. Is Tabuk being sieged down? Not yet. Tunis is being sieged down. They got most of their armies over here in the east. So the question is, of course, how quickly can we force out Mamluks out of the war? Once Mamluks are no longer in the war, it's going to get a lot easier. But the sieges are... Well, I suppose at this point we can split the troops a little bit and clear out some of these surrounding areas. So there's the rebellion. They haven't started vacating the area yet. I suspect that we might have to fight them. Taking Gaza, and we lost Tunis. So now they might start heading back east. At least partially, or they might try to go around somewhere. Oh, is Spain? Spain is fighting Yucatan Key. Okay, so that's not them. What about Portuguese? They're fighting Scotland, Savoy, and Geneva. Or... Okay, well, Scotland, yeah, Scotland's being seized down. So I think Great Britain is still making a return, somehow. They're like Palpatine. Or yeah, England's slowly at least taking back the islands there. Right, now it's time to get the Miltech. There we go. Back ahead of time. Let's get over here and push out the enemy fleet. We can sink most of it, I reckon. There we go, that's another conversion completed. Now, there's one more province that we could convert, but we don't currently control it, so we can't, as it stands, do any conversions there. I think we're going to just push these troops towards Cairo, seize it down, and then we might be able to force Mamluks out of the war. I mean, let's actually have a look. What could we potentially take from them in a peace deal? I need to have these 3, so that would be a coalition of possibly quite a few nations. Maybe we take Sidon as well, so that's going to be even larger, but at the same time he's going to give us a land bridge all the way to Antioch. So that would be quite nice, and then we'll maybe take a bit of money. So we do need to piece them out pretty much entirely, or seize them down pretty much entirely to force them out. But I think once we take their capital, that's already going to make quite a difference. And since they're keeping their armies in here, which means that they won't be doing too much. But then our allies over there aren't doing too much either. It's kind of a bait there for the time being. But at least our fleet is going to be wrecking theirs quite handily. There we go. We captured another 3 ships, including 2 galleys and 1 transport. They lost 5 ships total, of which we captured 3, so that's pretty decent. And we'll probably just send the damaged ships to be repaired. Hopefully it's not going to take too long. I mean, we're not going for that port quite yet anyway. We'll seize down a bit of the surrounding areas before we go there. Technically speaking, we could repair in here, but I'm pretty sure that it's still better to repair them in a port, if possible. Do we see the armies? Yes, they're still in here, so that's not an issue there. We're losing a tiny bit of cash, but we're mostly fine. We could actually go ahead and increase the construction, or reduce the construction cost and increase the tax modifier. That's probably not a bad idea. So once we get these into peace deal, that means that we're going to form Jerusalem. Well, actually, I suppose we still need to core Jerusalem itself. But beyond that, it's not going to be too bad. Actually, no, we can't go there. I guess we'll just send these into Cairo. And I think Cairo is going to be one of those places where it's probably worthwhile using the artillery barrage. The faster we push or siege it down, then there's not going to be that many fortifications in the region to worry about. Which is going to be really nice. We're 21%. Oh, disease outbreak. Well, that wasn't very helpful. But yeah, once the Mamluks are out of the war, then we can just easily siege down the rest of Tunis and take a decent bit of land from there. I don't know how much we'll actually take, because the potential coalition will be a problem. But we've got fairly strong allies. We've got Austria, Spain, Naples, Lithuania, and Papal States as allies. So I don't think the coalitions are necessarily going to be that dangerous for us from the surrounding Muslim nations. It can still be quite a bloody war, but I'm sure that we can survive that one way or another. A royal guest. What of a talented shipbuilders and naval systems spread throughout the known world, and a foreign prince has asked us to tour our docks and speak with our men. This is a great honor that we cannot refuse. Huzzah! That's 10 prestige right there. Very nice. Yeah, we've got a 42% chance of winning this siege now. I'm hoping that we do win, or at least we get like water shortage or something. Well, defenders deserting, I suppose that is another +2. Oh, Austria is the emperor again. I think they've been the emperor again for a while, but regardless. Ooh, advancement of the clergy. The clergy get more influence. Cairo is now 57% siege progress here. I mean, I suppose we got... Of the rolls, there's water shortage, defender deserting, and surrender. Surrender is pretty high chance, so I don't think there's anything bad. Well, I suppose if we roll a 1. Oh, Italian engineer. Well, that would be quite nice. Would give us a bit, some mill power, but we don't have the money right now, so I'm going to take the prestige hit. Well, I could take a loan to do that, but at the same time right now it's probably better to avoid. There we go. Siege of Cairo is completed. Let's go ahead and push out the enemy fleet here, and I suspect the Mamluks are probably a bit more, or rather perhaps a bit less reluctant on taking the peace deal. I could maybe not take that one to reduce the coalition. And how much would they be? No, they are not willing to take this peace deal even as is. I mean, I do want to have these 3 provinces at least. So that's something that we'll need to wait for. But I wouldn't mind getting a bit of money to pay off my loans. But we'll see what exactly we can get out of this. Our combat fleet is back in order. That'll definitely help a little bit with the sieges in here. Well, not so much the sieges, but seeing the enemy fleet, rather. But funnily enough, the Mamluks are not moving because, you know, the war goal is up there. At the same time, I'm just sieging down all their land. There we have another ship battle. They did not have the time to repair everything, I don't think. Or they just took so much damage from the get-go. That's also a possibility. Okay, there's another 4 ships captured. 2 galleys and 2 transports. Ooh. Right, your many separatists are just marching through here. Okay, well, you do you. As long as you're not worried or bothering me, I don't mind. Yeah, all of those are just, you know, standing there. Think that they're winning the war when they're not. Oh, now they're going in Tirana. There is a ship in Alexandria as well. I suppose we might as well split the army to siege down a bit more. We'll have the 18,000 men over here as the defenders. I mean, they're not really the best army, but at least we can get a little bit more siege done at the simultaneously. We might actually split this one into even more pieces. Tunis is already medium enthusiasm. And Mamluks, well, we've got quite a bit of siege done in there. We've got a war score of 50% against them. Once we get Alexandria and all that, that's going to be making probably even worse for them. But I definitely want to have these 3 provinces. Sidon I wouldn't mind having, to be fair. Oh, there we go. We sank their trade ship there. Go to Tirana. Oh, and there we go. Fayum's been sieged down. Let's double check where the armies are. No, they haven't moved one bit. I mean, the Napolitans have 25,000 men in here. So they probably don't want to abandon this area, because if they do, then our allies will be able to basically just roam freely. There we go. That's another siege down. I don't usually want to go and siege down everything in here, but we can siege down a decent bit at least. I suspect the Mamluks, we've got 52% war score, so it's still a bit too much. And their ally in the war and all that is going to be bloody expensive to get these provinces admittedly, since they are not the main target. We're still probably going to be winning this. Well, I mean, we are going to be winning this, because sooner or later, they will step out of the war. Still got decent... Oh, we're getting the textile manufacturing. So that's going to be increasing our income, hopefully, a decent bit as well. I mean, we're paying probably quite a bit on... Oh, yeah, we're paying quite a bit on the reinforcements. And there we go. We captured another 2 transports there. So we destroyed the enemy fleet already. We might actually go ahead and raid a little bit of the coastline there as well. And after this, it might be time to start gathering up the troops in Alexandria already. So Mamluks, are you ready to take the peace deal? No, not yet. Actually, pretty far away still. But yeah, I'm not going to bother sieging down quite everything in there. We've already got a pretty good amount, all things considered. We've got Bardia. We can go to Darna. And they still haven't started moving. I mean, if need be, we'll just march into Tunis. Which we're probably going to be doing soon enough anyway. Oh, we get a spy network construction speed plus 20%. Or we can get some prestige. Actually, I'm going to say the prestige this time. Sometimes that can be very handy though, but right now we don't actually need to worry about it too much. The spy networks. Alright, let's move in with the stronger army first. From this point onwards. And Mamluk's enthusiasm is 10. I mean, they've got a lot of occupied besieged provinces, that's for sure. The length of war is slowly making them appear... Oh, there we go. We seem to have had a quick naval combat in here. We capture another of their light ships. Oh. Alright then, I mean, that's quite nice. Let's keep on moving these ships here. These are... Ooh, actually, one of the things that I could do, perhaps, is take the Marines, do a landing in here to Marrakesh. Would that be enough to siege down? No, it wouldn't be enough to siege down the capital. Right, so that one might not help. Oh, and we're losing the great power stages again. Now, probably not for long once we take Jerusalem and all that. But right now, that seems to be the case. There we go, we started the siege of Benghazi, but I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. We have already also get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.